Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Evalsam Etta, aka Sammy Sticks, aka that fresh, yummy, hot chocolate. On today's video, I'll be telling you things you ought to know when writing your motivation letter for your visa application. Without further ado, let's get right into today's video. When applying for your visa application, you're expected to submit some documents. One of those documents you're expected to submit is a motivation letter to the embassy. This is different from the motivation letter you write to your university as at when you're applying for admission. Most students mistake the two. You don't use both. They are for different purposes. Now, having said that, let's get right into the content of your motivation letter for your visa application. One of the documents you're also going to submit is a CV during your visa application. Now, your CV has everything about you. This is the number one thing you should avoid. You don't need to introduce yourself in your motivation letter, as your CV has already done justice to that. You're only expected to write a one-page motivation letter, no more than that. So if you want to start introducing yourself in your motivation letter, you're going to need more than one page to write your motivation letter. So everything about you is in your CV, from your name, your number, your email address, your profession, what you're doing, the schools you attended, like from what year to what year, and all of those things. Everything is in your CV, so you don't have to repeat them in your motivation letter. Now, number two, what you should look out for. When you are writing your motivation letter for your visa application, you should avoid writing so many things. Now, when you want to start, you should talk about the main reason why you are coming to Germany. Now, this borders down to talking about the course that is bringing you to Germany, the program you're coming to study. If you're coming to study a master's program or a bachelor's program, what course are you coming to do? Now, you're going to talk about what motivated you to do that course in the first place, to pick that course. So, for example, if you're going for engineering or you're going for computer science, be it master's or bachelor's, you have to give a reason what motivated you to pick that course. Now, the next thing will be, why Germany? Why are you coming to do the program in Germany or that course in Germany when you can actually do it in your home country? In my case, when I was writing my motivation letter, the course I picked is not really done in Nigeria. All I needed to do was just tell the visa officer that entrepreneurship is offered in most universities in Nigeria, but not a mix of innovation management, of which I want a mix of the two, also to gain more experience and knowledge, not just from folks around me, but from international students in Germany, in my school. So those things alone made me stand out. Like, the visa officer already understood what was bringing me to Germany, the course, the program, and why I was picking that course. You need to know why you're picking that course. You need to know what's motivating you. That's why it's called the motivation letter. What's motivating you to go for that particular course. Also, you need to be able to explain to the visa officer why you chose Germany. Like, your reason should be straightforward. You don't need to write too many things. Like I said earlier, you are only writing a motivation letter of one page, so you don't need to write so many words. Just tell the visa officer in your motivation letter a straightforward reason why you chose Germany. Here, sometimes you might want to also patronize the visa officer by also telling the visa officer in your motivation letter that this is the reasons why you chose Germany. Also, you're going to learn the language. Also, you're going to immerse yourself in the new culture, new food, new tradition, and meeting new people. That's one of the reasons why you chose Germany. And then, after writing all of this as the body of your motivation letter, you need to look for a way to also end it. How do you end it? You have to tell the visa officer that once you are done with your program, you intend, this is very key. Most people I've seen different motivation letter that had issues during their visa application, and I had to tell them that no, when you're summarizing this, you need to be really careful with your motivation letter. Motivation letter is more like your motivational letter speaks for you even when you are not there. So for example, you're done with your visa application and your document has been sent to the immigration office in your city. You are not there to defend yourself. You're not there to be asked any question. Your motivation letter is the one doing the talking for you. So you need to draft your motivation letter in a way that when whoever is reading it in the immigration office will be able to understand the main reason why you're coming to Germany, and not that you're coming just because you want to just come. You have to have a reason. So when they are reading, they should be able to tell the reason why you're coming without even having to cross-check your document, or maybe without having to call the embassy where you had your interview to confirm some things. So yeah, while rounding up your motivation letter, you should be able to state clearly that after your program, if you are doing a bachelor's program, after a bachelor's program, you also take up another master's program just to immerse yourself in the field where you are, to get more knowledge in the field where you are. And if you are doing a master's program, you have to be sincere to tell the visa officer that once you're done with your master's program, you intend to come back to your country to utilize the knowledge you've gotten in your field as to benefit your country's economy or your country's growth. However you might put it, just put it in a way that it's understandable to the immigration officer or the visa officer who will be reading your motivation letter. Also, you could be straightforward to say you also look forward to more opportunities that are bound to you in and outside Germany. In and outside Germany. You see that you're not trying to patronize the visa officer, you're just being sincere. If opportunities abound in the country, you take it. If opportunities abound outside Germany, you're also gonna take it. So that's how you're gonna, make your motivation letter look like. You don't need to do too much. It's just one page. All you need to do is what is bringing you to Germany. You state the course, you state the program. Is it master's, is it bachelor's? Also, you state what you intend to benefit from this program and how your country is also going to benefit from it. And you find a way to end it. You don't need to do too much. Like I said earlier, you don't need to do too much. And just a tip, your CV, you're also going to be submitting a CV during your interview. So if you have any gap year in your CV, you should be able to explain the gap year during your visa application. So this is not included in your motivation letter. Rather, you will be asked during your visa interview about those gap year, and you should be able to explain those gap year. Also, if you don't have any gap year, good, you should be able to arrange all your schools to your working experience if you have any, and they should all be arranged in chronological order, so you don't have any errors during your visa application. Guys, that is how your motivation letter is meant to look like. Guys, if you follow this guide I've given you, you're gonna have a seamless visa application at your embassy in whichever country you are. Until the next one, I love you, stay motivated and stay focused. Ciao.